on KCRA3.
A quiet afternoon at the park ends with a mother brutally attacked in front of her children.
It is scary. It happens to her as it happens to anybody.
What we're learning about the man police say assaulted her.
Sports betting is booming, but California's not in the game yet.
It's the new modern-day gold rush to California.
The high-stakes push to make bets legal here and why it rests in your hands.
Celebrations at SoFi Stadium.
But the Rams were built to win the Super Bowl, and they have sealed the deal.
The Los Angeles Rams champions on their home field. KCRA3's Del Rogers and Brian Heap are live in Inglewood tonight.
This is KCRA3. We begin with breaking news.
And that breaking news is south of downtown Sacramento. A crash on Interstate 5 north of Florin Road. All of the lanes are blocked right now. This is a live look from a Caltrans camera. You can certainly see the backup there from I-5 at the Pocket. We will, of course, stay right on top of this accident and bring you more information as we learn about any lanes opening.
And we want to give you a live look right now from Los Angeles, where tonight the Los Angeles Rams are Super Bowl champions. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20 in a game that came down to the last minute.
KCRA3's Del Rogers and Brian Heap are at SoFi Stadium with plenty of reaction to tonight's big win. That's coming up in just a few minutes, but first.
But that has to be scary for any mother. Imagine for that to happen to them, to come to a park and then for you to be attacked.
An afternoon at the park ends in a terrifying ordeal. A mother violently attacked by a stranger in front of her children. Tonight, a homeless man is in custody, accused in that random attack. It all happened as that mom and her kids were leaving McKinley Park in East Sacramento.
That's a popular place for families, and tonight many parents tell us this attack has them on edge. KCRA3's Lizzie Mitri spoke with parents and police. She joins us live now from McKinley Park. So, Lizzie, what are officers telling you?
Well, Edie, we're here near where it happened. Sacramento police say it happened near McKinley Park and Alhambra and G Street around noon yesterday. Police say the mother of two was buckling her children into their seats in the car when a man pushed her and punched her in the face and head about 10 times. They say it was totally unprovoked, that the attacker was a man experiencing homelessness, someone the woman had never seen before. Police say the woman was, quote, not significantly injured, and she chose to take herself to the hospital. Parents at the park today, hearing about what happened, say it's scary.
We're supposed to be able to come to a park and feel safe. The kids have fun and feel safe and stuff. And if you don't, it makes you not want to come.
That should have never happened. You know, I don't know what would bring a human being to doing that to another human being.
Officers say they quickly found the man under the freeway on H Street based on witness descriptions, and they arrested 24-year-old Christian Glazier for felony assault. Sacramento police say they asked a judge to increase Glazier's bail because of the violent nature of this incident. So his bail is set at $100,000, and police say they have increased patrols around the park since this attack. Live in East Sacramento, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 News.
Lizzie, thank you. And right now there's an investigation underway after a person was hit by a car in Sacramento County. That happened around 7 tonight on Fair Oaks Boulevard in Carmichael, north of Sutter Avenue. Authorities say the victim was taken to the hospital with major injuries.
All right, now let's get to Southern California. The big story going on tonight, of course, a lot of happy L.A. Rams fans. Los Angeles defeating Cincinnati to win the Super Bowl tonight. Super Bowl 56. It's the Rams' first Super Bowl title in Los Angeles, and they made it happen on their home field.
Looks like some people with fireworks out there right now. KCRA3's Del Rogers and Brian Heap are live at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, where there is a lot for people to celebrate. Hey, guys.
Edie, you're right. The party is on. We've seen the fireworks popping in the sky. The horns are honking. You're right. The L.A. Rams have brought the city the first Super Bowl title for the franchise in L.A. anyway.
And it was an exciting game if you're an L.A. Rams fan, because you jump out to a 13-3 lead. Then your number one receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., gets injured, leaves the game. And then you find yourselves trailing the Bengals with 2 minutes to go, which would make a 15-play drive. Cooper Kupp catches the game winner. Here's what he had to say right after the game.
I was just looking at my family, looking at my wife, my boys coming out here. everything they've sacrificed, that they've been through with me, that they've encouraged me through. My wife's been with me since senior year in high school. She's been through all of it. She's seen it all. She knows the sacrifices because she's lived the sacrifices herself as well. I was just they're so amazing being able to see them while I was up on that podium.
Great story, Cooper Kupp. Guy goes to Eastern Washington. He was voted the NFL's most offensive player of the year this year, and now he's voted the Super Bowl 56 most valuable player.
He's been their team MVP all year, Del.
Rams win it 23-20.
So all week long, right, there's been this orange and black invasion in L.A. A lot of Bengals fans made the trek from Ohio, and of course, plenty of hometown Los Angeles Rams fans here. And I talked with a lot of them after the game, and they all said, win or lose, it was quite an amazing Super Bowl experience. I got a question for you. Whose house?
Rams house! I'm so not practicing it. It's a movie tonight. It's a movie tonight. I love my team. I love my city. Lakers and Dodgers did it, and the Rams did it.
You guys were this close, man.
You know, it's a game of inches, and never one play defines a game. But we'll be back.
What was it like to be in there?
You know what? I'm 51. I've been a Rams fan since I was, I think, 13 or maybe 12. Today was just a dream come true. It was amazing. It was electric.
It was an exciting game overall. It just came down to those penalties at the end of the game, and we just couldn't hold them off.
How much fun was that today?
Oh my God! I'm not from here, and I had the most exciting time. This was absolutely great. Oh my God! Thank you.
Go, baby! Yes, baby! Number 10 won the game for everybody! Yeah! Rams house! Hey, guys!
So, yeah, Del, just a really exciting game right down to the wire. I mean, either team had a chance there at the end.
You had to stay all 4 quarters to watch this game. Now, we're going to wrap things up, but I'm going to try to find me one of those vendors because I smell the hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
Oh, they got like 50 of them over there.
Yeah, I need to go get something to eat. Oh, back to you guys. I'm sorry.
No, we know how it is. You're under deadline. You don't get to eat all day, so go. You're free. Have fun.
You've been there.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Well, despite SoFi Stadium officials saying that masking would be strictly enforced during the Super Bowl, we saw plenty of fans and celebrities even in the stands not wearing masks. Officials had said masks would be required at all times except when actively eating and drinking. The NFL provided KN95 masks to every fan in the stand.
Well, Super Bowl Sunday is the biggest day for sports gambling all year. It's $1 billion business. And of course, here in California, sports betting is still illegal.
Now, that could change come November. KCRA3's Andrea Flores joining us right now to explain where the legalization of sports betting stands.
Well, Nevada was the only state to allow legal sports betting up until 2018. Now, at least 30 other states have followed suit. And with billions of dollars in revenue for California on the line, we traveled to a Nevada casino to get a closer look at how it works.
Now on the KCRA3 Olympic Zone.
The 2022 Winter Olympics come to an end with a spectacular closing ceremony, the celebration of the athletes, as we look ahead to the next games.
Elite athletes are elite athletes.
Part of a champion.
My calling was to always be an athlete.
From a power hitter for Team USA softball to the ski slopes. How one athlete is not letting a life-altering injury end her competitive spirits. Learning the tricks of the trade.
We have built our whole business model on progression.
The Tahoe area facility that's teaching these high-flying ski skills.
This is the KCRA3 Olympic Zone, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Live from Palisades Tahoe, home of the 1960 Winter Games. Here's Michelle Dapper.
And good afternoon. Welcome to the final Olympic Zone live from Palisades Tahoe. After 16 days of competition and 109 events, Beijing closing the curtain on the Winter Games. But not before the final medals were handed out. In men's hockey, the gold medal game featured the Russian Olympic Committee and Finland. The Russians got out to the early lead, but Finland would not be denied. They scored 2 unanswered goals to grab the gold medal, a first for the nation, while going undefeated in the tournament. Team USA would pick up their final medal of the games in the grueling 30K mass start cross-country skiing race, and this is like a marathon on skis. American Jessie Diggins had to fight off exhaustion and the after effects of food poisoning. She called this the best race of her life as she secured the silver medal. Diggins collapsed at the finish line, was helped off the course. The 30-year-old becomes the first woman to win a distance medal in cross-country skiing for Team USA. Tonight in primetime, catch the closing ceremonies for the Beijing Winter Olympics that takes place inside the Bird's Nest Stadium. The spectacle will feature the flag bearer for each team, including Team USA's bobsledder Ilana Myers-Taylor, followed by a parade of Olympic athletes. You will also see celebrations of Chinese culture and a look ahead to the next host city for the Winter Olympics. That is Milan Cortina, Italy. But not all the competition is done in Beijing. The Paralympics, they start on March 4th, but some athletes are already looking ahead to Italy.
Yeah, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Mark Finan with the creeks and the rivers that he's watching for us. Mark.
Yeah, there are a few areas that are more likely to flood when we get into an event like this. It's important to note, however, what types of flooding we may see and what types of flooding we aren't going to see. So let's start with what we are likely going to see. We will likely see street flooding. We see that quite often, especially in an event like this, as well as stream and creek flooding. Some of the smaller streams that can rise and drop very quickly. Some of those may be coming up, especially on Saturday morning. However, it's really important to note that main stem rivers like the Sacramento, the Feather, the American, the San Joaquin will all be just fine. So they'll have a rise, but they'll all be well within their banks, and those are certainly not a threat. One of the rivers we will be watching, however, is the Cosumnes River in the area in eastern Sacramento County. We watch it for the monitor stage and the flood stage. Right now, of course, it's well below monitor stage, but as we get rain tomorrow and into the day on Friday, it will rise, so that by the time we get into Friday, it'll be above monitor stage. That means it's still within its banks, but they're keeping an eye on it. Right now, the forecast with the rain Friday night and Saturday is for it to go above flood stage and reach over 13 feet by the time we get to Saturday afternoon and evening. Now, this is at a place called Michigan Bar, which is near Rancho Murrieta. Let me map that out for you and show you where that is and where that water eventually goes. So this is eastern Sacramento County. That's Jackson Highway. Here's Rancho Murrieta, and that's where that stream gauge is. Now, as you go downstream from there, that's where you start to see some of the issues of the water getting maybe close to Grant Line Road as well as Dillard Road, and there could be some areas near the Wilton area that could see some flooding. If you live in Wilton, you might want to ask your neighbors if they've had flooding in the past. If you've been